Hello everybody! Today I'm going to be doing a little quick review of the new Dior blush shades as well as the new Forever Glow Maximizer in the shade Nude. This was their newest shade. I'm not sure if this is limited edition or not, but I will find out. And if they are limited edition, I will put it in my description box. But yeah, if you want to see how I like these products and how I got this look, then just keep watching. Oakley dokley. Such a dork. I'm going to, well, I have a work event tonight, so I don't start until a little bit later today. So I'm going to quickly do my makeup and take you through a couple of the things I picked up from Dior. One I thought was new, but apparently it's their old formula. It was on Selfridges, so I thought it was new, but I think it's the old packaging with the capital D. Anyways, we'll use it anyways. And then I got the new Rosy Glow blushes, the pink lilac and poppy coral. I think there's another one that's more of like a bronzy shade, but I didn't see that one online, and I mostly just wanted to try these two and compare them to cherry and then the pink shade. And then I got the nude. I ended up getting this with a gift card for Sephora for my cousin. And this is the Forever Glow Maximizer in the shade Nude. So we will try all of these things out, and without further ado, let's get started. So I'm going to use the Forever Glow Star Filter, and I have the shade 1. I think it's 1N, I believe. I think. Don't quote me on that. Now we're going to use the Dior Forever Matte foundation, and I believe this is in the shade 0W. So I'm going to mix the two together. So I'm going to use about that much of the Glow Star filter, and then we'll use a little bit more foundation, so about that. And let's get right in. So I've primed my face. I just used the same old Cali Ray, but I let it sit on my face for a little bit longer than I normally do. So hopefully that will help a little bit with the oiliness and just make my foundation look a little bit better. So yeah. I don't know why, but I don't really use this foundation that much. I find it like a tiny bit light. Like it matches, but, and it does oxidize a tiny bit, but I don't know, I just feel like it's a little bit light, and I'm kind of feeling that way about the new MAC foundation that I just picked up, the new Studio Fix, but I don't know. Again, I'm just not feeling any foundation right now. I just feel like everything's kind of enhancing my texture, and any little crevice I have, everything is going in there. So I'm like, what do I even use? But anyways, if you have like a tried and true that you use all the time, what is it? I want to know, especially if you have combination skin, because I do. I've tried so many different ones. I tried the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and I don't mind it, but it's not like it makes my skin look that much better than anything else. Honestly, I feel like my Revlon Color Stay is just as good as any of the ones that I've tried from, like any of the high-end ones. I'm kind of interested in that new Fenty foundation that just dropped, but I do feel like it is glowy, so I don't know if that's going to be for me. But maybe the problem is I'm using too many matte foundations, and then that's kind of enhancing any kind of what I think is dehydration, because I definitely need to drink more water, and I think that would improve the look of my skin. But anyways, you know when you're just going through a phase and you just feel like Nothing looks good. It's kind of the phase I'm in right now. Okay, so I'm almost done with the face, and I think I'm gonna go in with concealer first, but then I'm gonna do, should I go in with the Dior Forever concealer? I have the older one still. Hopefully it's still good. But then, yeah, I think I'm gonna do my highlight before I do my bronzer or anything, because it is more of a, it's a liquid highlight, so I'd rather do that before I go in with anything else. And then just a tiny bit on the nose, and I think we're good. I'm not going to put any of the Glow Star filter on my nose, just because that just gets a little too... Oh, where's my Clean Beauty blender? Why does this always happen when I'm filming? I'm just going to find it. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Cleanish. I have like a brand new one, but I can't find it. I need just a tiny bit more. So how has everybody been? What's new? We're still having doggy issues, of course. We just don't know what to do at this point. We don't know if she has a good quality of life. I don't know. It's tough. But anyways, I don't want to get into it again. I've already kind of talked about it in my last video, so yeah. Okay, so I think everything is covered. And I think we'll go in with the Huda. What I do want to do is just hydrate my lips, because I feel like, I don't know if these have been drying my lips out. I heard some people say that this dries their lips out. I've been using the Summer Fridays every day, and it feels so good and moisturizing while it's on the lips. But I'm not sure if it's drying my lips out, because I feel like I'm using more chapstick or lip balm than I ever have, and I feel like my lips have been drier than ever, and I'm like, huh? Shouldn't it be the other way around? I don't know what's going on. Anywho, okay, so we'll go in with the Huda, and I'm just doing both sides because, you know. I don't know which one I like better. I can't figure out if I like this one better or the Cali Ray. Cali Ray is definitely lighter, like way lighter. But I feel like this one is thinner, like lighter in color, not texture. I feel like this one is a little bit lighter in texture. So I'm not sure which I prefer. If you have both, which do you like better? I can't decide. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my concealer, and this is in the shade, I think, 0N. Haven't used this one in a long time. I kind of want to go back to using everything I own, because like I really need to use it, and it's just, there's been so many new launches that I feel like all the stuff you already have in your collection is just being thrown to the side, and I just feel like I want to use what I have. I don't want to let it go to waste or let it expire. And I feel like this is one of those products. There's just been so many concealer launches. It's been insane. So I'm just going to go in with the Pat McGrath powder. And I just tap a little bit on a puff and then off on my hand. Okay. You can see how dark that is. We haven't been sleeping the best. Yesterday was probably the best sleep I've had in the last, I don't know, couple weeks, I guess. But, oh well. I mean, that probably doesn't help with the way my skin is looking, but you know. Oh, I wanted to congratulate my friend Alinka on getting 3,000 followers. Congratulations, that's awesome. And if you don't know who that is, I'm sure you probably do. Go check her out. She's awesome. And she has great videos. If you like any of mine, I think you would definitely like hers. We have a lot of the same taste in makeup. Oh, there's something pointy, like the seam is like hurting my eye. What the heck? It's finally getting nicer outside. I'm so happy. Ugh. It was so weird because it was actually not that terrible of a winter compared to what we normally have, but it just seems like it just never wants to end. It just sticks around, but we don't have snow anymore. Thank you, Lord. I'm gonna go in with my Backstage face or powder no powder, face and body powder no powder, and I have the shade 1N. And this is not available on Sephora for some weird reason because they still have it, and I'm not sure why they took it off the Sephora site. That was so strange to me because it's such a good powder, and I feel like it's sorry. I feel like it is a very well-loved product, so I'm not sure why they took it off. But yeah, it's strange. And I kind of like that I have a little bit of a darker shade than my foundation. My foundation is a 0 and this is a 1, because I feel like this kind of brings back a little bit of that color. And as you saw, I did not powder my nose with that. I'm just gonna go in with a matte powder. This is just my Fit Me powder. So I'll just go in with the sponge and just kind of powder my nose. This sponge should really be thrown away. I don't use it anymore because it's kind of nasty. I have a fresh one. Powder, I mean. Okay. And maybe we'll go on my chin a tiny bit. And just right in the center. Just threw that sponge away. Okay, so let's go in with bronzer. And the only Dior bronzer I have is the newest one, the Dior Forever Natural Bronze Glow. And I have the shade Coral Bronze, and it's number 31. I saw that they only have the darker shades left on the site. So I guess they're selling really well. I do really like this one. I know not everybody was a huge fan of it, but I don't know. I just think it looks so pretty. It's nice, and I mean, I go like this though. I think I showed you. I just go like top and bottom for the bronze part, and then on my cheeks, I'll use the kind of corally shade in the middle. But yeah, I don't know. That's been working for me. do think it's very, very pretty. I'm getting frustrated with Chanel. Does anybody else have an issue with this? And Tanya B. Wells mentioned it in her video, actually, that they're just so annoying to get your hands on. Like, a launch comes out and it's like, oh, it's only at a boutique. Oh, you can only get it online on this date. And it's like, stop making people chase after products. Like, I know that was like a huge thing back in the day. Like when the Urban Decay palette just dropped. I remember like the hype and the excitement. The Naked palette, it was like the hugest thing ever. And I remember that's the first time I had any kind of like hysteria about getting a product. I was like, I need it. And I feel like Chanel just does this thing where every single product they launch, they're like, oh, but I'm not going to make it available to you yet. Oh, I'll make it available in some spots so people can really like hype it up. And I know that's their like tactic, but it's kind of getting old. It's like, just make things available to people. Like if you're going to be putting it in boutiques, drop it online the same day. Because especially for us Canadians, I mean, I know we got lucky with some launches. I think the, what was it? That one palette that kind of sold out immediately. Night something? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, I do really like that palette, and I have 2 of them. But the way they're doing things is just frustrating, and I feel like a lot of people are getting turned off from that, which I agree with. Because then I go to, like, obviously I'm Canadian, so I go to a boutique and they're like, oh no, it's not available till the 1st. And I'm like, well, why is it in the US in boutiques and not in Canada? And vice versa. Like, that's happened to them too, like I said, with that palette where it was available here first, and then you go on the Chanel website when it drops and it's saying that it's sold out already, and you're like, it didn't even release. Like Rivage, I don't even think released on the Chanel website. It's there, but it's been sold out the whole time. And it's just like, you make me not want to shop on your site because y'all be so annoying about it. I don't know. I just feel like this like hysteria, like run, don't walk, you have to go get it immediately. Sorry, I feel like I have a dog hair on my face. It's just frustrating. It's just like, can we stop with that? Like, I don't feel like anybody needs a makeup product that bad, but Chanel makes you feel like you have to do it. Like, I really do want one of those bronzers, like bronzer blush highlight things. And I was gonna buy 2, but now I feel like I'm just gonna buy 1 because number 1, I'm annoyed, but number 2, I feel like they're just really expensive and I don't need 2. But I'm not sure. I feel like I have a lot of coral blushes now that I want the darker one, but then I won't get the highlight. But I don't really care about highlights, so I'm not sure. But yeah, Sophia Sees Beauty, I feel like was the first one on here to get a review up about those bronzer blushes. I'm just like, where are you guys getting these from? But yeah, I went to 2 places, like the only 2 places that carry Chanel in my city, and both said they didn't have. So, you know, the hysteria is working on me, I guess, because I'm like, I want it. But then the bad thing is, like, when you're doing YouTube, you want it, but then you can't even use it anymore because it's not available. And it's like, well, I don't want to use it in my videos if it's not available because that's just annoying for people who can't get it. You know what I'm saying? It's a big thing. Anyway. How do you feel about the Chanel launches? Do you get excited about them? Do you just not even buy them at all? Do you like me and you like go on waiting lists? Ah. Okay, I think I'm gonna wipe this off. Oh yeah. What the heck? Okay, sorry. Okay. Now we're gonna go in with the new blushes. So I don't know what to do. I want to use both, but like they do not go together at all. So one is the pink lilac and oh, sorry, my wedding shoes. I just got a text from my fiance. So one is the pink lilac and one is poppy coral. So I will show you those and then show you a comparison between, as I break it. This is the pink lilac. I feel like they have a subtle smell to them. Like my other ones, I feel like don't smell like anything. And it's not offensive. It's not like a super fragranced where you can't even like stand to smell it. I kind of feel like that about GRWM, but anyway. Okay, so this is pink lilac. I feel like they look less alike in person than they do on camera, but I'll just quickly do a swatch of the two. Pink lilac and then the pink. So this definitely has a little bit more, even though it's a cool pink, it definitely shows up a little warmer on my skin compared to this one. So just so you can get a better idea, I'm just going to do the swatch a little bit darker of the pink. Now I have the old version of this, not the newer reformulated one. So I feel like people are saying the new one's not as good, but I can't confirm. I like all the newest blushes, so yeah. So this is Poppy Coral, and I didn't realize it was so close to Cherry. If I had realized that, I probably wouldn't have gotten it, but oh well. Okay, so this is Cherry. And this is, oh, I just dug my nail in it. Great. Poppy Coral, Cherry. So Cherry is definitely more, look, you can see. Cherry is definitely, can I talk? Cherry is more intense for sure. So I will just go in with the Poppy Coral on my hand since it's literally embedded in my nail. The worst YouTuber of all time. So that is Poppy Coral, and then I will show you Cherry. Cherry is basically just like a deeper version of Poppy Coral. Poppy Coral looks actually very pretty. So yeah, these are the swatches, and let's get right into it. So I will start with probably Poppy Coral on one side. Gotta get all these things out of my way. Oh yeah, I want to do this first. Sorry. So this is nude. And a lot of people are using these as blushes / highlights. I only wanted it to be a highlight, but I feel like it is a little bit dark. Darker than I expected it to be. It's definitely more peach. So we'll go in with this first and see what happens. Maybe I'll do it kind of in the blushy area vicinity. So then if it does have a little bit of a cast, it won't be so bad. Maybe I should have got the pink one. I don't know. Looks very pretty. Looks natural. I feel like they are like hydrating. But I would definitely say put it under the blush instead of over, or if you are using a darker shade, just use it as your blush. But yeah, it definitely has color to it. I mean, I had, maybe that's like remnants of a blush that I used previously. Like, does it have, I'm trying to figure out if it has a little bit of a cast to it. I don't know, I can't tell. I do think it's very pretty though. I don't regret that I have it. I do think it's very pretty. It'll look better obviously in the summertime if I have like a little bit of a tan. Even though, not gonna lie, I don't really tan that much in the summertime. But I probably will a tiny bit for the wedding. Okay, so Poppy Coral. A lot of people think these aren't pigmented, but I'm like, are we using the same blush? Because, I mean, it could be just because I'm literally a ghost. That looks very pretty with the nude highlight. Okay, Poppy Coral. I don't know how I'm going to make these work together, because I'm probably going to have to end up mixing the two later on, but okay. And Pink Lilac. This is not looking like I expected it to look in any way. I'm not sure, but everything goes warm on me. Literally everything. Like, this is the coolest shade you could ever even get. And it's going warm. Like, what? It's pretty. Not what I expected. A little bit disappointed because I feel like I already have stuff that looks exactly like this. I want to use a different brush. I think it could be the brush. Like, maybe, I don't know. Pretty, but I liked it better on Night Star Beauty, Maria. I just feel like it actually showed up true to color. Which one do we prefer? Coral? Pink Lilac. I feel like I'm actually liking the coral better. What the heck? Pink Lilac is like the only one I wanted, and then I saw the coral and I was like, maybe I'll just get it. Interesting. Okay, let's go into the eyeshadow. I used this one like crazy though, the pink. Oh, I used the crap out of it. I mean, I have so many colors that look identical to it now, but like this guy. They're actually more different than I thought. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna stop talking. And let's go in with Beige Mitza. This is number 658. And I'll probably have to mix this with something. I wanted to get the spring, the Pastel Glow, I think it's called. But then a lot of people were saying I don't think it's worth it. And I'm like, what? It looks so pretty, but like probably for the amount that I would wear it, maybe it wouldn't be worth it. So they could be right. I'm gonna have to mix my blushes when I'm done. This is a very pretty, like, one and done shade. I do just want to bring some bronzer into the crease though. But you know what this reminds me of, which I probably really didn't need it, to be honest. But again, I saw Maria from Night Star Beauty use it and I was like, that is so pretty. It kind of reminds me of Soft Cashmere. Like, I feel like there's a shade in Soft Cashmere that looks identical to this. And let's see. I There must be. I have to find it. Golden Bouquet. Haven't used that one in forever. I wonder if I should sell that one. Night Walk. Where is it? Amber Pearl. What the heck? I think it's, of course, right at the bottom. There we go. Soft Cashmere. Now, I have the newer version of Soft Cashmere, and a lot of people didn't like it, but I like it. So these two shades are the ones that I said looked alike. So this is Soft Cashmere, the shade here in the upper corner. And then Beige Mitza. So Soft Cashmere, Beige Mitza. I'm thinking Beige Mitza looks a little more like satiny, and this one has more like glitter particles in it. This is from Soft Cashmere. But if you have this, I don't think you need Beige Mitza, but it is very pretty. As you can see. So yeah. Just another product I really didn't need, but I thought was pretty. I'm the worst. Yeah, so after that Chanel one, I think like I really just need to pull it back a little bit because it's like the wedding's coming. Let's just calm down on the makeup. There's just so many beautiful things that are being released, and everybody needs to calm down with their beautiful releases because like yo girl ain't made of money. So I'm pulling a little bit of warmth into this look from the bronzer, and I just want to kind of ground it a little bit so it's not so shimmery, but this is definitely like a nice one and done shade. And one thing I do want to do, because I did want that pastel glow, I kind of want to give the vibe of that palette without actually having the palette. And what I think I want to do is pull in one of my old Chanel limited edition palettes, because I like that. The thing I love the most about that pastel glow palette is that like lilac and mint green shade. Sophia, I know you were calling it a baby blue, but to me it looks mint. But it could just be me. I've never actually seen it in person, so I can't say for sure. But it looks very pretty. She bought it and tried it in a video. Okay, so now that we got those two on there, I'm losing everything. Let's go in with that Chanel palette, and I am going to use the green from the palette and just go right in the inner corner. I don't know how that's going to look. Could be terrible. It could be terrible. Eclat de Nuit. That's the one. Eclat de Nuit. That was the one that everyone was kind of going crazy for, that came here before it came to the US. This is the one. Parure Vénitienne. And I want to just use the green from this and go in the inner corner. That might be weird. It might look stupid. It's not really a green. It kind of is. You know what I mean? It has a green shift to it. So let's go in with one of these little... I'm going to just use the spongy one applicator. And we'll see what that looks like. Interesting. It's okay. I think maybe I need to pull it a little bit more into the eye look. Probably should have done this on a day where I didn't have to go to an event. But that's okay. Nobody's even gonna care. Kind of looks cute. different for me because you know I like my neutral mattes. Something fun for spring. Let's just go with it. And then what I'm gonna do is probably go in with a liner, wing it out a little bit, and I will go do my brows as well. And I'm gonna fix the blush so that it matches. So I will be back. All right. The brows are done. The mascara is on. Let's put some lips on. I don't really have a ton of Dior products minus like the lip maximizers, but I don't want to use a gloss today. I'm just going with Makeup by Mario 10 lip liner. Lightly. And then I think we'll go into Beige Couture. Mix in a little creme de nude, I think. Beige Couture can sometimes be a little bit too pink for me, for my liking. Do I have it here? Yes, I do. Like I thought I brought it here. I do. Yeah. So you know I like lighter than this. This actually reminds me quite a bit of the Prada. I think this one is a little bit darker than Prada though. So this is B11, and then this is Beige Couture. So this is Prada, this is Dior. Yeah, so Dior looks kind of a tiny bit warmer. What the heck? There we go. So I'm just gonna go in with a little creme de nude from MAC. Not what I was going for. Wanted it to be a little bit lighter. So we know what I do in that case. Sephora Collection, Cream Lip Stain. Number 32. You know how I do. Okay. Might have to go fix the bangs a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna fix my hair and be right back. Okay, listen. I realize now what the problem was with the blush. Remember I said, oh, this has a little bit of a peachy undertone to it. Remember that. And then I said, oh, this bronzer has a coral undertone to it. Okay, so not only did I put the nude on the cheek, I also put the coral bronzer on my cheek. And then it made sense to me. Oh, that's why it was warm. So I'm wearing it today, again, to show you this is what the color actually looks like. This is pink lilac, and it is, in fact, a cool tone on my skin. And I am happy. So please ignore the part where I'm like, why is it warm toned on me? Blah, blah, blah. That's why. So I'm very happy with how the shade actually looks, and I am definitely going to be using it quite a bit. And yeah, I just wanted to, again, thank you so much for watching, and I love ya. And let me know what you'd like to see next. Bye.